short, inshallah. Kurz, Musa, assalamu alaikum. Hoş geldiniz. Nasılsınız? Sefa geldiniz. Sana biliyorsun, elhamdülillah. Şükür. Şükür olsun inşallah. Muhammed Mağribi vefat etti. Muhammed Mağribi. Tanıyorsunuz? Muhammed. Singer, our singer. He was in our hearts, and he loved us very much. He said, "You never loved people so much like us in his life." This is good, very good, because this belongs to Maulana Sheikh Hassan. And even he didn't see him physically. He always said, go, and he wanted to go. Sometimes, weird. Then he didn't see him.
Hat ihn gesehen.
Hat ihn gesehen? Wann war das?
Bei den Milli-Görrisch-Treffen, da war er dabei.
Ach, echt?
Der hat ein paar Türken von den Studenten haben ihn mitgenommen.
Das ist gut.
Okay, ich komme mit. Ich sehe ein bisschen aus wie ein Türke, ist okay, ich falle nicht auf.
Ich saw him, er hat ihn gesehen.
Bei diesen großen Treffen.
Bei diesen Riesentreffen 96 oder ich weiß nicht wann. In Brüssel, 30.000 Türken. Milli-Görrisch, Erdogan dabei. Naqshbandi Erdogan, wie heißt der Erdogan? Naqshbandi Erdogan und alle die jetzt, alle die Ministerpräsidenten, die waren alle da. Und dann hat Mohammed Mağribi hier studiert. Dann haben ein paar Türken haben gesagt, sie fahren jetzt nach Brüssel für so ein Meeting, so ein Milli-Görrisch-Treffen. Haben sie ihn mitgenommen. Und dann sagte ich, sehe auch aus wie ein Türke, ich komme mit. Dann hat den Sheikh gesehen. Beziehungsweise der Sheikh hat ihn gesehen. Von 30.000 hat er Bong. Nee, oder etwa nicht. Hast du keinen Kaffee gemacht oder was?
Nee, soll ich machen?
Ja, Kaffee muss ich. Wovon soll ich reden?
Essen.
Von Wasser oder was?
Sollt ihr auch Essen bringen?
Nee, Essen nicht. Essen machen wir nicht. Starving. Dann hat er, Mashallah, das ist gut. Habe ich vergessen, Mashallah. Allah, la ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Schnell geht. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Schnell geht das Leben vorbei. Life is passing fast. Very fast is nothing. We think we have time, but there is no time. He is the time. He makes time and he is the time. And we have to watch him only. This is proving the saying of the Prophet Muhammad. Everything what you do without zikr is nothing. Not only nothing, it's cursed. I mean, in which thing we are living. Everything what you are doing without zikrullah is cursed. What is the meaning? The meaning is you have to watch Allah Almighty and to watch the realities, and to watch your death, you watch the akhirah all the time. And you have to do your actions, any actions for the akhirah. You think about the akhirah. Anything else also is complete nonsense. But we are not, we don't care. You will never do such a stupid thing in your life. When you, for instance, you want to build a house, then you look exactly what is the best material. You investigate, maybe half a year. What is the best material, what is lasting long, what I can take, how my house should be, and I am looking for the best of the best, no? Yes. You would look for the best. For everything you look for the best, but for the only thing which is existing, you are not looking at all. And all of it, all of what you are doing here, all your house and your mouse and spouse and everything which is related to it will slip through your hands. Slipping through your hands. And you go from here with nothing. You leave them. And it's written. It's said, it's written, it's warned, it's... The news about these facts is there. So many times. Maulana Sheikh Effendi, he said to us, but in a very, very mild way, mashallah. Very very merciful way. But he is saying, finally we will be forced. Finally. If you are not listening, you will be forced. This is our case. I'm speaking about myself, I'm not, as you know, inshallah, there's no teaching in this, what I say, no teaching, I'm only receiving, inshallah, what's for me, because there's no follow me, I'm the last one, I'm the worst, so there is no, but we will be forced. And our brothers and our human beings are forced, put down by sickness, by an almighty hand, putting down, come on my servant, I give you the best now. The very best. Come on. You're a donkey, I don't care. فَعَالٌ لِمَا يُرِيدُ. I do as I like. I love you and I clean you and I make you perfect, inshallah. As much as we can listen, it's better for us. If we can listen before, but we are not listening. You have to listen. Listen to the ones who are in charge, who have authority. Listen, O young ones, listen to the elder ones. Listen, O children, listen to your parents. If they say something which is according to the Quran and the Sunnah and the Sheikh, obviously follow it. And the ladies, they must not say to their husbands also not anything. They are the husbands, they are responsible. Keep your adab. No? He's trying his best, the husband. You have to listen and to follow. And not make rebellion because of your ego only. There is an ego. No, you must do this, you must do that. What is this? Don't listen to that one. He's your responsible one. This is all cursed. I'm telling, I heard it from Maulana, and I read it in the Hadith, and I read it from Prophet. It's cursed. It's cursing. This kind of behavior is a curse. Cursing. Don't do it. It's 1,000 times better. Even the Amir, he makes a mistake. Maybe. But he's believing that he's doing the right thing. He's believing that he's doing for Allah and for the Ummah and for the Prophet Muhammad. He's believing it. Maybe he's not right in some special cases, but it's 1,000 times better to follow him than to say, no, I am right, and it's my ego, I have to. I don't know. If you want to, I don't know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us like that. He created us. He make us weak ones, following our egos, listening to our desires, following our desires, forgetting everything, Allah, Prophet, forgetting everything. Running after dunya, running after these things. This is our weakness. And may He give us more power, inshallah, our hearts, more power, more light for it, inshallah. But the ego is always with us. Even you get light, you get love, you get insight. Even the ego also taking his part from it. Cheating. It's cheating. You have visions, you have dreams, you have light, you feel very well, this heart, that heart, very good. And the ego is with you. That is one of the reasons. Naqshbandi-Tariqat, traditional tariqat from Shah Naqshband and from our Sheikh, they are teaching, they say soberness, the sober ones. Silent ones and sober ones. Bismillah. And keep the rules. No? Keep the rules, mashallah. If you are in doubt, you have to keep your rules, the rules, the law, the way, in spite of your ego. In spite of the ego, you have to keep the way. This you have to know. And this, our children, they have to know. And they have to listen. They have to listen. Otherwise, there's no protection. Allah protects them, finally, and He knows what He's doing, and He wrote everyone his destiny. But we have to do our best to protect them. And everyone is protected by keeping the rules. Everyone. Adults also, they're in the same situation, more or less. They're also like children. Not listening. Not looking. People are not looking. If you tell them about death, they don't like to hear it. Any facts about these things? No. That anything can finish, in which they are just in it, that it could finish by this or that reason, they don't like to listen to it. They chase you away if you continue to say something. They chase you, they beat you, they kill you. If you continue. So much human being ego doesn't like to listen. These things. It's completely, wie sagt man, he hates it. He hates it. He's hating it. Ego is hating, that it is finishing, that it cannot do what it likes. It's hating it. It's so much, because it loves so much this life, this body life, this everything. He put everything in it, never seeing any reality. So he hates it. He doesn't like to listen. Never. It's our nature. It's the nature. It's the nature of the soul of human being. It's its nature. Doesn't like. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful, mashallah. And He gives you the chance to take your honor, your full honor. Our full honor, inshallah. And He gives you, as it is written, He gives you. And if it is by force, He makes it by force. And He puts us down. Anyone going through a sickness before he dies, he will be cleaned. Every day, every minute, every second he is suffering. Whatever happens with him is for his cleaning. And if he is cleaned and still sickness, in his sickness, suffering, every day, every minute is increasing his stations. Increasing his stations, his nearness, his stations. And don't underestimate the stations. They say, don't underestimate the stations. No, only because you don't know what it looks like, you can't know. But didn't you think about this when you were in your mother's womb? Did you think about this, what you are experiencing now? Did you ever think about it? You had an idea, you said, oh no, oh yeah, quickly make it, I'm coming. See the light of this world. Do you have any idea about the light of this world? No. How you will look, what is your form? No. No idea. Like this, the Akhirah, you have no idea. But there is description. There is a connection. With the Akhirah, there's connection. And you can read it from those who gave the news from there. There are so many trustworthy people. Trustworthy, 100% trustworthy people. Sadiqeen, Sahaba Kiram. They saw their brothers in the Akhirah and they asked them, how are you? What is your experience? What are you doing? What should we do here so to reach also your station? There are so many reports. But they're not reading. There's no one reading. There's millions of Arabs who know the Arab language. They're not reading this. And there's Muslims who know the whole Quran, but they are not reading this. They don't read it. When the Prophet ﷺ, he died, ﷺ, and everyone was in panic. Sayyidina Umar wanted to kill everyone who was claiming that he died, because he was believing that he come back, like our Sheikh, he was sick, he came back. It's possible. So he said, no. My sword is here for everyone who is saying this. Sayyidina Uthman, he couldn't speak anymore. He was like, somebody has a straw. You had to bring him from here to there. Finish. And Sayyidina Ali couldn't speak. He wasn't speaking. And Allah gave the power to Abu Bakr Siddiq to speak, and to Abbas. And they spoke. And they said, did you not read, even the Sahabas, did you not read that ayat? Yes, that ayat, that you are dying. That even the ayat where the Prophet, they say to the Prophet ﷺ, you are also mortal. You are dying. You are also mortal. You are dying like everyone else. And the souls, you are dying. You are dying. It's written, you are dying. I create you like this. Did you not read it? And then they read it. And then Sayyidina Umar said, I never read. I read it many times, but I never read it. It seems to me like I have never read it. It's a different example, but it is beautiful level, Sayyidina Umar is. But it is a different thing. But still, he was, as we also, we never, I think, I've met many brothers, they never think about that. I also wasn't thinking that Shaykh Effendi can go. After being 35 years with Maulana, there was not in our consciousness somehow that he can, that he is leaving this, that he is without us in this world. We are without him in this world. It was not in our possibility. Many. So you cannot believe. You cannot believe it. And you don't think about it. What you don't want, what you don't think, you don't see this, you cannot see this. You're not thinking about it. But it's reality. This is the reality. It comes to reality. Allah shows His reality. How He created us. For what purpose? Where we are going? Where we are coming from? What is this purpose of this life? Where we are going. And there's only this. There's nothing else. We have to keep very strongly now. Very strongly. Don't give any chance to the ego, Maulana said. Not for a blink of an eye. Don't give chance to shaitan. Not between you. Say the truth. Whenever you can. And look for your people. That this is the fact. There's no other reality. No. 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 What He must show you more. He will show you more your own death. This He will show you. Then you're saying, yes. Yes, okay. Now I believe. But it's too late. It's too late to look for, prepare. You're preparing your life all the time. Why you are not preparing the Akhirah? You prepare for this, for that, even this, preparing. You have to look good, very good, yes, and this, and what is coming. Even if you are old men like me, your illusions coming more. You live a long life, you have plans. Not leaving your desires, not leaving your illusions also. Absolute madness, you can say. Even the young ones, you can approach this. But even old ones, also they are also, you know. To be white doesn't mean to be wise, necessarily. No. But he's teaching, constantly. Maulana was teaching us. He used everything for teaching. And especially his last years, he used very powerful. And the last weeks was the most strong teaching I ever saw from Maulana Sheikh. His 3 weeks in the hospital was a very strong teaching. And now he's teaching, mashallah. Now he's teaching. Now he's teaching. Take his teaching. Take his teaching. It's very easy now. Make a connection. Make a rabita. Connect. Connect with him. Connect, and he is with you. Gives you his teaching. Teaching. We are not disciples to be taught to get some teaching. But it is more profound. It is to be revived. To revive our hearts. To revive our hearts. And this is done in a second or in a minute. It's revived. One look, one breath, enough for him. His presence is a reviving presence. If you go into his presence, you are reviving. We always said when we went to Cyprus and to Maulana to visit him, we made this comparison, this example. We go to, where have you been? I have been in the sanatorium. Sanatorium, sanatorium, sanitary, you know, this, not hospital, but reha. I've been to in the reha, what you are doing? Nothing. Nothing. Eating, drinking, being happy, sleeping, being in the presence. When we were with Maulana, the sign was, he said, "Oh Sheikh, what is the sign if you meet a real Sheikh?" Sheikh, no, we don't like to follow a Sheikh. Maybe he is a charlatan, maybe he's wrong, maybe he's not true. No, it's a Sheikh thing. No, we don't. We have the books. And how we can distinguish a Sheikh from another one? When your heart feeling like in the ocean, you know, when you are like a fish, when the fish is swimming in the ocean, happy ocean, home, when you are home, that is the feeling you have. That is the sign. When all your questions which you have, and I had in Damascus always a catalogue of questions. I had to go to school, I came always late for the sukhbat, 10 minutes, 15 minutes I came late to Maulana sukhbat, I had to go to a school. When I came up the mountain, I entered the Maqam of Grand Sheikh and there was a lesson. And on the way, I had so many questions, more and more. Every step I had a question more. I make a catalogue. There's 25, 26, 27, 28. Very, very important question. Finally I have them. I will ask these questions. When I entered, I sit down, and now I have all the questions. I'm sitting, and not 3 minutes finished, and I have not one question left. Not one. Finished. No questions. What do you want with questions? Stupid questions. You are with him. When the baby comes to the mother, she needs anything. Mother, tell me what is the news in Middle East. I'm very worried. No. No. It's with the mother. Looking for protection. Sitting with the mother. Completely happy. With the father. Happy. Sitting with him. He's trusting. 100%. The little child is trusting. Has no questions. No this. No worry about tomorrow. Regretting yesterday. This, that. Be with your Sheikh. Take what he gives you. What he gives you? His presence. The love. Allah's love. He gives you Allah's love. What do you want? What do you want to say? You want to say something in the presence of the Sheikh? To say something, you cannot speak. What do you want to speak? When Allah speaks, what do you want to speak? If He speaks, what do you want to speak? Who is speaking? Who else is there than Him? If you say La ilaha illallah, what do you mean by La ilaha illallah? This is a Sheikh. He's Khalifatullah. He's not something. Khalifatullah. Everyone can be Khalifatullah. Why not? Be with your brothers in that way. This is very good. If you can be with your brothers in that way, Sheikh Effendi accepting. What do we want? This is your Rabita. Rabita must be like this. Your Rabita. Say Sheikh Muhammad Nad wa Nakan ya Rabbani. Sultan al-Awliya. Sultan al-Arifin. Qutb al-Zaman. Sahib al-Zaman. Ya Maulana. Ya Sayyidina. Ya Sheikhuna. I'm asking permission to sit with you a little bit. Destur, Ya Sayyidi, Destur. Let me sit with you a little bit. Like we sit with you so many times in our bodies, let me sit with you. Let me imagine your lovely face, your lovely body between my eyebrows and in my heart and wherever, doesn't matter, and you feel immediately the presence of your Sheikh. And then be quiet. And sit with him. And be happy. Have a coffee. If there's coffee, you drink coffee. Tea, also tea is good. He's like that. He's like that. That is Rabita. Take the Rabita. Take the connection. This is reviving your heart. This revives you. It's directly. It's like, I don't know. Reviving your heart. This is a revival of you. This gives you life. This gives you life. Other things don't give you life. It's not a life. It's a movement, but it's not a life. Movement doesn't mean life necessarily. Also, so-called dead articles and particles, they can move. Doesn't mean that you are alive and you move your mouth and you move this and you move that limb and this limb. It doesn't mean that you are alive. He is alive. He is alive. And He has the secret of life. And this is the secret of your soul, as we said today. Of your soul, there. And He will revive that when you are with Him. It's like, if your inner truth, which may be hidden under so many, if it is getting in contact with the truth, then it is getting the power, no? Connection, like the electricity. Sheikh Muhyiddin, wo bist du? Ja. Ist es so? Wenn die Drähte verbunden sind, sag jetzt nichts. Yeah? If it is connected, there is a... And this is And he makes it. And don't worry. Be nothing in front of him. Say only, ask permission, sit with him. Make this every day. Every day you have to do this for some minutes. Yes, it's very necessary to revive our hearts and to be more with him. And through this you will be more with him, more and more. More and more. This you take into your other consciousness and it will be with you. Finally it will be always with you, inshallah. This is our aim. This is our aim. Finally you will be a murid, a follower, a real follower, a shadow. Yeah, when we take everything out, everything else, we take it out from our heart, then we get to murid. Before we are not, what is you? Murid. Follower of the Sheikh. You want to follow the Sheikh and your ego also? Not possible. May Allah forgive us. May Maulana forgive us also. Every day we are asking forgiveness, but we never followed him. And he's not leaving us, alhamdulillah. And those who leave now from our people, they are with him, inshallah. Because he loves them. And Muhammad, he is with him, inshallah. He loved Abdul Malik, he loved us, he loved us. And he must be with him. Why? Because he said, I love no one, never loved people so much in my life like these people. Our crazy people, inshallah. His heart was open, he was called, 96, Maulana saw him, among 30,000 people, he looked, he made it one look, registering, less than 1 second. And then he comes. Look, you have to believe and look the power. It's big, mashallah. Ya Allah. Let him be in his presence, inshallah. May he strengthen our hearts. May he protect us from Dajjal, who is also coming up now very strongly, collecting his people around him. And he will actually conquer the world. But we have nothing to do with this world. By the time he is appearing, the world is out of our heart. We hope. That is our aim. If you want to prepare for Mehdi, when is Mehdi coming, when is coming, prepare for that. Because when Mehdi coming, Dajjal is also coming. And if you have love for this world at that moment, you are lost. The only thing you can protect us is not to have love in our hearts for this world that time. Or not? Yes. Then you can receive the light of Mehdi salam, otherwise you cannot be strong to receive the light of Mehdi salam. How you will carry this? So, you're taken away. Also okay. If it's taken away, we are taking away. But we make intention. We make intention. We make intention to be with him. To be with Maulana. To be an honor for Maulana. Not for us. For us is... But for Maulana and for Rasulullah, we want to, if we can, to make some honor for him. If he gives us a chance to make some honor for him, in some steps, in something, Ya Allah, this would be the greatest. Because there is nothing greater than to please Allah Almighty. If we think to please ourselves is something greater, it is not the truth. Truth is to please Allah Almighty. You can please Him with something, you have everything what you want. He was pleased that Sayyidina Umar, he was releasing the bird on the market from some boys. Some boys, they caught a bird and on some ropes they play with him, and Sayyidina Umar, he didn't like it. He said, "You're selling me this bird?" They said, "Yes, yes, what you're giving?" Sayyidina Umar, "What you, I give you this." He bought the bird and he let the bird free. It was an action. You never thought about this action anymore. It was like, natural, something. Then it was a reason for him to enter paradise. Conqueror of worlds, you can say. Allah likes something. If you make him pleased with something, you don't know what it is. So do it always. Do it always. Continue. Don't leave it. If you can start with something good, continue. Don't leave it. You don't know in which moment in your continuation he gives you everything. If you pray 30 years Sunnah Rakats, don't leave the Sunnah Rakats suddenly or something. If you have a good habit, keep it. Keep it. Good habit is good. Leave the bad habit. Keep the good habit. Maybe it's one day, one moment he gives you through this. You don't know which door he's using. May Allah give us hearts alive, live hearts, inshallah. Through the beloved ones, they are for that. Prophets and saints, they are for this. They are revivers of hearts. Revivers of hearts. When the hearts are revived, the way of life is revived. And religion is revived. If the hearts are not revived, religion is not revived. But بحرمة الحبيبك بحرمة مشايخنا ومن الله التوفيق الفاتحة. بسم الله. آمين.